Please educate me on why you dislike the game. Okay, everyone can get the rant again. So there's two elements which are really easy to point out, which are both just very obviously bad. Um, so first is the control scheme. So in Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch, it is a free button game, and the reason for this is that the game can be played with a single Joy-Con in case you're playing two-player if you're a little kid or whatever like that. So they had to make the game function on a single Joy-Con. Despite that, there are still two completely unused buttons on the single Joy-Con, assuming that this is one of them too, like the center camera button. I'm going to assume this is mapped to clicking the left stick in, and I assume that X and A are both still mapped. But the point I'm making here is that you have just general, really awkward feeling controls. Like, ZL is used to crawl, it's used to ground pound, which are both very slow inputs, and they're also used to dive and to roll, which are two very fast inputs, which feel very, very strange to do. But the biggest problem is that, so for Cappy, you have Y for Cappy, and you also have shaking the controller. And as you can see in the Pro Controller, it just does not work, which is that's whatever. Like, I'm trying to just throw it forward right now. I'm like trying really hard to just throw it in a straight line, and I just can't do it. Like, it's impossible. But here's the point, right? If you want to keep Cappy out, you have to do that with Y. You cannot do it with motion controls. If you want to do a spin throw, you can't just do this and then spin. Actually, never mind. You can. It turns out, well, you can't like do an up throw with that. You have to do motion controls for an up throw, and same for like basically just for up throw, right? I think for down throw as well. I'm not sure. Also for homing throws, you have to like spin the controller to the other direction, right? Point is that there are controls for Cappy that are locked to either motion controls or the Y button, which are two completely different feeling inputs. Therefore, it's Joy-Cons exclusive. Awesome. That's really cool. I love that. Awesome. Really cool. Anyway, it's just, it feels really ugly to have the same mechanic behind two different inputs which feel completely different to do. Also, because the game is a free button game, it means that all of the captures have so much less depth than Mario, because a lot of Mario's inputs come from combining buttons. You've got dive for that, you've got roll for that, you've got ground pound into jump for that, which is, you know, B and then ZL. Like, there's a lot of different ways to combine your inputs, but because you don't have access to the ZL button when you're in a capture, it means all of them just have two buttons, and there's only so many ways you can combine two buttons compared to three buttons, which makes all of the captures have way less depth than Mario, which makes all of them super fucking boring. And also, the game is generally designed around captures rather than Mario's movement. Like, everyone says that Mario's movement's the best part of this game, which I agree with, and everyone likes the movement, so why is like half the game designed around captures instead?